The 115th Congress is completing its first week in office, where Catholic members make up 30% of the legislative body. That brings the total number of Catholics in Congress to 168 out of 535. Pew Research says that is 4 more seats than last session. Joining us now is a member of the freshman class, Representative Francis Rooney from Florida. Welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me on.
You've had a very successful career, but you've never held elected office before. Why did you decide to run for Congress?
That's a really good question. I never thought I would. My predecessor unexpectedly decided not to run. I'd been off writing a lot of articles about how upset I was, as many conservative people are, with the agenda of the Obama administration. And so my family all agreed that this would be a good thing to try to do, to see if I could make a difference.
Excellent. You served as ambassador to the Holy See under George W. Bush, and you've written a book about the relationship between the U.S. and the Vatican. How is that experience going to impact what you will be able to do in Congress?
Well, as you know, our mission to the Holy See is based upon foreign policy objectives of leveraging the common interests of the United States and the Holy See in a diplomatic sense. But there's no way to serve over there for a few years and not learn a lot more about our church and understand a lot of the fundamental theologies behind our magisterium. And so I hope that experience will help me make the appropriate arguments for defunding Planned Parenthood, protecting life, and making sure that the good Catholic values and the Judeo-Christian ethic are preserved and nurtured in America.
It has been a very busy week. Let's turn and talk about some of those focuses. We'll get to Planned Parenthood in just a minute, but one of them, right out of the gate, has been repealing Obamacare, as President-elect Donald Trump has said that he would do. He has called on Republicans and Democrats to work together to write a new health care law based on what you've seen over the years. Do you think that that is realistic? Do you think that will happen?
Well, I hope so. I mean, we're going to repeal it. It's going to get repealed. And the question's going to be how many Democrats are going to come over and work constructively with the Republican conference to accomplish a meaningful reform for the American people, which preserves the sanctity of life, creates a competitive and fair access to medical care that is competitive and therefore lower price, which allows competition across state lines, which equalizes the tax treatment of people that have corporate insurance for their job versus people that have to buy it individually. All those kind of things that are left out of Obamacare in its top-down government domination scheme.
And also, Democrats are vowing to protect Planned Parenthood. We saw a big push yesterday. Planned Parenthood President Cecile Richardson was on Capitol Hill, and in the past, Planned Parenthood was a very strong lobbying force. Given this new Congress, will their efforts have any impact?
Well, this is a pro-life Republican conference. That everyone has made that clear, and Speaker Ryan has been a vigorous defender of life and defunding Planned Parenthood. I think all of the initiatives that are being ready to be put forward that pertain to this issue are going to focus on defunding Planned Parenthood and getting them out of the abortion business.
Talk about the Supreme Court pick. How do you think that is going to go?
I think we have a chance to preserve the Hyde Amendment, avoid further encroachments on the Hyde Amendment, and defend life in all respects.
You started your swearing in day by going to Mass. Tell us a little bit about how your faith is going to guide your service.
Well, my faith guides everything I do. It's guided Kathleen's and I, our approach towards raising our family, to the way I built my company, to the values of the kind of employees I want. And it couldn't have been a better way than to start Mass at Dahlgren Chapel at Georgetown with my family, nieces, and nephews.
Wonderful. Representative Francis Rooney joining us for what I hope will be many future conversations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.